Hello, good Tuesday morning, everyone from Manila, Philippines. It's right around 7:30 a.m. Doing my walk from the southern part of Pasig City on the Pasig River that borders BGC. Got my walk started a little later than I wanted, but it's not too hot, it's bearable. So here I am on the backside of Ortiga Center. There's the Shopee building, the equivalent of Amazon in America. The SM Mega Mall is on the backside. EDSA Boulevard, the main road from north to south, is here. You'll see some of the signs here. There's C5 that goes to the right. EDSA to the left. Driven some of this area, just haven't walked it. This is the borderline of the Mandaluyong and Pasig. I think we'll see the area that distinguishes the two cities. But I've walked across West Capitol Drive, crossed the Estancia Mall, Camino Verde, went past the Sports Coliseum, Department of Education, Pasig Region 1 Police Station. It's the other thing that's nice here, as long as you're cautious, safe, security everywhere. You'll notice here as I walk, you'll see them at different places, whether it's like a straight ahead Lawson's convenience store, condominium, subdivision, whatever it may be, heavily enforced here. You watch the reports, don't hear much. See people getting ready to go to work on this last day of the year. Yesterday I spent a lot of time reading expat social media, which if you're an expat, foreigner, that's what you do. You bond with others, see what they're saying. So yesterday's topic of discussion primarily was to drive in Manila or not Manila. Got my friend Jack that lives in Mindanao. He definitely avoids it at all costs, Manila in general. Definitely understand those that feel that way. I grew up in cities now most of my life. I never thought I would get used to it after growing up on a dairy farm of Wisconsin and being a country boy. Still that country boy, still that blue collar worker, but you just improvise, adapt, and overcome. You make the best of it. But yeah, the talk was to own a vehicle or not. Of course, it's all subjective. It's a personal preference, decision based on your needs, your family makeup, single, married, whatever. Grab the Uber and Lyft of the States is the way to go here for those that aren't here long term especially, or don't have professional driving skills that are required here in Manila. Most densely populated traffic, worst traffic in the world, as you read on the reports. Filipinos overall, their driving is to be desired, but it's what they're taught and what they're used to, so it's hard to get change. When you get into the foreign business districts that I always mention here in Ortiga Center, Makati up straight about 1 o'clock, and then straight ahead due south to BGC. Those are your modern cities that you're used to in any major city throughout the world. Street lights abide by. You have the pedestrians that they yield to, unlike everywhere else here in the Philippines. It's every person for themselves. Here's a Western Tower. We can see that from our condo. There's the Shopee building again, the twin aux aircon 10 warranty twin towers there. I show the lights on that from the rooftop very often. I walk past, near anyway, after the Department of Education on the backside as you go towards C5. and the Bridgetown Eastwood area was the St. Paul International School. Read up on that, very prestigious. And of course, with that quality comes the expense with it. So I saw that. I saw the Ortigas land. Of course, this is Ortigas. Ortigas land is the developer here. I saw there's Midori, Japanese tower being built. I see a lot of ads on that. So time will tell how the mass development boom in engineering will pan out as the bubble may burst. But it will recover in time with all the, there's the Shangri-La get that from the condo. So SM Mega Mall is right behind there. Buildings A and B. Straight ahead, don't know if you can see it on the building there, a tall building. Slightly to the right is the Rockwell Medical Center. There's a Rockwell Center in many places. The biggest one, of course, that I know is by Guadalupe Station in Makati City. Rockwell Center, that's where I show the lights on in the evening time. This also now as I get out of the southeast side of Ortigas Center, I get back towards our area and Capitol Commons. So really I'm just walking around a huge area. But here I'll just pan over like China Bank, the security guards here that they have, the different malls. I walked past the Ortigas Mall on 30th Street. Very nice. Cinemas, you name it. Philippines, the city that never sleeps. Jollibee 24/7. Fast food. Philippine restaurant, burger, sweet spaghetti, mango pies, fried chicken. So there you got the Greenfield Center. Drove past that many times. You can see that from our location as well on the roof deck. See the different modes of transportation. There comes a little bus, transport bus, going to Antipolo. That's in the mountains to the northeast in Rizal province. Then there, Cloud 9. Love the elevation. Decades ago, winter at night, watched the lightning show over the city of Manila, this area in particular. Didn't know it at the time. But I walked past Shaw Boulevard is the main one that goes from east to west. So gonna hit Shaw Boulevard again. Got across United Street. And then not too far back to home. Noisy, of course, got all the motors, Jeeps. There's one right there, a red one. Don't have the emission standards. Of course, they're aged for sure. But again, you still see the Pasig sign here. And then if you look, the blue one on the right, you see the clash there of Pasig on the left and Mandaluyong there in the blue on the right. So this is the divider down this street, which is Sheridan Street. So that's the separator. In front here, we'll get up to a sports field complex. I believe the warehouse, I looked on the map, it's used for a medical storage warehouse. All right, cautious crossing the streets here. Never know, I'm gonna follow the local ladies crossing here, so following suit. And that's how I learn. It's served me well. But you'll watch the oncoming traffic up how you gotta get through. For that one there, that goes to Shangri-La, Shaw Boulevard Station, and then to Etsa, right to north, Quezon City, south to Guadalupe, Makati area. Sometimes they have the forces here to stop. Looks like we're stopping. No, I got one Jeep coming. go after this. All right, here we go. Some road work going on. Tess, if this were live, she'd be panicking right now. What am I doing? Where am I at? Why am I so far? Me, love the heat. Grew up in the cold with the minus temperatures, wind chill, shoveling snow, did all that. So I have become tropical. But over here through the fence, you'll see some of the condo units. That's where my destination is. Complete the loop. I think our mission today, the young youths, the ladies, 16 and above, will head to Bonifacio, BGC City, High Street, and watch the free entertainment, the different 5 or more performers that they have there. People are already camped out, so at least the ladies got up early and they'll go get their position and rotate turns. Pretty cool. It's a green area, about 60% in greenery, and then the 40% is residential. So that's nice. Plenty of places to purchase water. So here I'm going to pan back. That's where I walked through. That's the Estancia Mall, Capitol Commons, CC. Or if you do the Filipino spelling of Capitolito Commons, KC. But all the signs you see of the development and in the area to take pictures with is the English spelling with a C. Common, Capitol Commons. All right, so behind here there's a big food park, trucks. We haven't got there yet. Again, driven past there. Food trucks at night, live band. It's on my list. Still trying to break Tess free, get her back out. Once she gets out, she'll enjoy the nightlife and safety. We'll transport there by a service vehicle, not drive in that particular situation. So as I was saying about having a vehicle or not, or having a motorcycle, you pick your times and needs. So I plan to drink this night, don't want to drive at night, drink and drive. So for me, we will do a service driver for the safety and stress-free. But here, no problem for me driving. Yes, it's stressful. I talk out loud to myself, but I wouldn't be an American, I think, if I didn't. Here's the big Unilab Medical Center. They take up this whole block area on from United down to Reliance Street. Very big. And then let me just pan here to the left of the cities that come together, Pasig, Capitol Commons, and again, where I was underneath, the Shopee building, SM San Miguel headquarters right there, big compound, SM Mega Mall. So very walkable, convenient. Sidewalks you can see, not the most convenient to walk straight, but convenient, safe nonetheless. All right, gonna cross here between the tricycle, the green ones here. So this is what we would bring. We have them right outside our residence. Hop on, somewhere around 40 peso a person. To get a full load of 5 or so, we would pay the extra 100 peso or whatever, the individual price of about 80 cents and the full price of 100 peso or so, less than $2. So pretty rare these days to get transport like that. So you can see why people use the Grab. We've used it ourselves to move furniture from our homestead to here. Pretty much as we could put in the L3 vehicle, which is like a ton-and-a-half vehicle with a high covered flatbed area. We paid, on the average, a couple times we did it as 1,000 peso. So just shy of 18 US dollars. But here, very nice. From what I've seen when I first came in 1992 to now, the street cleaners, sweepers. Always loved that when I first went overseas to Rabat, Morocco. the capital of Morocco, in May of 1988. I would do the same thing just like this. Seems like yesterday, actually. But I would go to the parks near the zoo area, and I would see the Moroccans out sweeping, cleaning. For me, it's my favorite part of the day, really, because no one's awake yet, or those that are. The city, the place, the country, the hills, the deserts are just coming to life. I missed my Saturday morning Arizona hikes, so I'm trying to get back into it. Going to do a lot more in the New Year's now that we have time and things have settled down. So we got to a nice, happy place where we want to be in our first year of retirement. Going to wrap up things here shortly in the first month of the year. And then Tess and I are going to spread our wings and begin to fly to some of the other different areas we want to get back to, the new ones we want to see. Mindanao Family Homestead in South Cotabato, that's the first one on our list. Many people are scared to go to Mindanao, the second largest island of the Philippines, but as long as you're cautious, it's like anywhere. I feel much safer there than any major U.S. city in America. Got family, got protection, don't flaunt anything, just go about my business. Yes, got the white skin, American look, foreigner look, so can't avoid that. But yeah, gonna get there. Enjoyed it the multiple times that I've been there and explored more. Usually spend a couple weeks there at a time. Okay, we're gonna cross here. All right, the lights blinking, flashing, guys running. Got another Jollibee here, and then we got our PC supermarket and our goal in the background, the Fairlane Heights there, and then the Brent and Western Towers. You got the poor people out here that don't have anything. I don't have coins on me right now, unfortunately, but when we walk, we always thoughtful and give what we can with them. Usually Tess, because it's much easier as a foreigner doing it, or as a local doing it rather than a foreigner, so it doesn't get out of hand or abusive. Same thing with shopping. I stand back, let Tess get the Filipino price. But I did check this morning, watch what the locals bought, listen what they quoted the Philippines in the cost. Example for a fruit basket was 1,500 peso for the traditional 13 fruits round, and they quoted me the same. So that's kind of how I gauge things. I got an idea of the cost of things per kilo, so I know what I'm getting scammed. Yesterday we went with the grandson, and we stopped at a little fruit stand, family owned, which many are, right near the entrance to Capitol Commons. And we were looking at tangerines, mekins in particular, and had the kids ask the price, Macano, how much, and the young boy said 200 peso. So before the grandchildren even said anything, I already knew. Tess and I had just bought some the day before for the security guard. We got him about half a kilo, 6 tangerines, and it was 100 peso. So I knew right there, typical, understand it, the inflated price had doubled. So conferred with the grandchildren, they 100% agreed based on experience and knowledge. So we decided to wait and go with Tess, or go to another place and get it. So as we walked away, I don't understand Tagalog 100%, but I can tell tones, attitudes, and negativity. The young boy yelled at the girls and said, "Don't come back." So I will heed his advice. Great salesman right there, right? Do not want the business, don't want to negotiate, you want to abuse the system. I would have paid maybe 150. I would give him a 50 peso tip just because he's working hard, he's young. But you don't get far in life with that kind of attitude and approach if you're trying to have a livelihood and make a living. All right, so here we are back on Brixton Street, heading down to the condominium on the left. That's where I always stand and take pictures, videos of the places I just showed you there. We're camping on the north side here today, north side of the Pasig River. Just finish our walk down here. Would appreciate anyone's comments, corrective criticism, what you would like to see, things you're interested. In particular, I like to do inspirational, family-orientated videos. So I don't do advice channels. I don't get involved with other expats or whatever. I monitor it, I read it, get my laughs, giggles, head shakes in, but I let them be them, because if we don't, the Philippines, with the expat community in general, foreigners in general, will become just like America, and we don't need that. We need to get America back, just like to the Philippines is here, back to like the 1970s. So as I say, it's got its good and its bad, but growing up in the 70s, 80s, 90s, that's where I got lost, and that's where my heart is. The music, the lifestyle, the friendliness, the politics, you name it. Yes, we're older, we're a different generation, but we have experience, so we can compare. So I think anyone my age or older, there will be absolutely no dispute, and there will be 100% agreement. Here we go. Japanese companies always talk about Pocari Sweat, energy drink, love it. It's got like a little, doesn't taste like sweat. It's got the grapefruit little flavor to it, but very good for rehydrating and keeping fluids in your body. Here, different artwork. We always walk past here. Ate at a place along here one day. It was all right. It was one that opened up early, so that's what we took during our walk. Up there you can see the feed towers there of the RFM, which stands for Royal Flour Manufacturing Company. That's been here in this area since 1958. A lot of these towers that are here now, the condominiums, they used to belong to RFM, so they're slowly getting squeezed out and relocating, which is good, but their main transportation of flour, wheat, whatever it may be, is by the barges on the river. So talked about that many times as well. I'm glad to see that come back to life and the waterways being utilized as they should. All right, gonna cross over safe. This street typically not heavily traveled, but this intersection up here will be. So we just walk safely, cautiously along here. You see the trikes coming, you're gonna take a turn. You don't see the signals on a lot of these. The car's got a signal. How about the truck? Okay, very good. And then you'll see on the far left lane there, where the orange barrier divides it, that road actually goes straight. So the truck was actually in the left turn lane, but he chose to go straight. But you can see how, just like for him, it's very confusing, because one would typically go straight. No signs on the road, no overhead signs, enforcer up here occasionally, but for whatever reason, this road straight in front of me that goes straight, it is a sidewalk that I'm walking on. No guardrails, but when in a foreign country, or as the saying goes, when in Rome, do as the Romans do, or when in Rome. So in the Philippines, do as the Filipinos do, and you'll be just fine. Pan down here a little bit. Bike riders coming. So I'll probably videotape some of these areas quite a few times, because this is the starting and ending point to our getaway. Morning. Got his rhythm going on there. Got my bike at home, I ride. Got to get out more on that as well. Cover greater ground and see more. So I want to get a bike for here eventually and go that way. So keep my different forms of exercise. Maybe get out and jog a little bit. My knees aren't what they used to be. Years on the farm, carrying a backpack, hiking the hills of Camp Pendleton, California, doing 7-8 mile hikes with a full backpack, rucksack, along with the old Prick 77 radio. That added about another 16.8 pounds. I'm 5'3", so get all that on, that makes me about 5 foot. Kind of just like now, as we get older and age, our bones shrink, so getting shorter and shorter. All right, well maintained here. The Fairlane residence here. You'll see the parking garage here soon. That's there's a fence line dividing that from our Brent Tower and Weston Tower, but it's all part of Brixton Place, the Brent Tower and Weston Tower. Here's a Japanese coffee place, UCC Coffee, straight across the river almost, in the Uptown Parade, Uptown Mall, Mega World. They have a UCC Academy squeezed in between the mall, JP Morgan, Chase. So there you saw the morning Fairlane's parking area, parking garage underground. These are all 5 levels underground. Ours, we chose to get the B1 area so we can walk down from the lobby, ground floor, resort style common area, swimming pool area, coffee shop, convenience store, laundromat, PMO, project management office is all there. So here we are coming up on Royal Flour Manufacturing Company. I'll show that in a bit. You can smell that every morning. Gives you a tease of some bread, flour. And let's go around here. So yeah, the Pasig River is just underneath. So right here, somewhere probably direct under the condo, will be the TBDs that work, the tunnel boring machines, the Japanese ones that are here. So yeah, the subway will go just on the right side of the bridge that we walked the other day. The Ortigas BGC Link Bridge. University of Makati will have a station there, and then it'll pass under the condos here, under the Pasig River, then up to the Capital Common areas that I mentioned, and then it'll head north to the very northern part of Venezuela City area, and then eventually connect to the old U.S. Air Force Clark Air Base, which is a mega city and an international airport, which is very nice. Definitely going to get there too. So you see the other name of the bridge here. It's also known as Santa Monica Lawton Bridge. Lawton Avenue goes all the way to Terminal 3 Airport. So okay folks, good morning to all, good evening, wherever you are. Advanced Happy New Year. Ours is going to start here in a few hours. Going to spend the young ladies and grandson going to go to the High Street area. Tess, I, and the younger teenagers and younger kids will stay here on the rooftop, which is open till 1 o'clock, and watch the 360 panoramic view of the fireworks. So here's our garage entrance. Our parking is here just a little distance away. All right, everyone. Just end here with the Royal Flour Manufacturing Corporation. All right. Have a great day.